Hey, what's up guys? Daz and Petzergling here, and this is the 5th game of Group D. Doctor.K versus Kwanro, battling it out for the last spot to get out of Group D. Trying to join free in the round of 16, even though I don't even want to say join free because I don't think either of these guys are really on that level. This is probably the worst group in terms of individual skill, but as a plus, we've been seeing some pretty good play out of Kwanro. I've actually been impressed with his play so far, and I'm kind of looking forward to see him play against Doctor.K here, who just found out knocked July out in the round of 64, so his PvZ might actually be pretty strong. So, you know, as much as these guys are complete no-namers, I'm actually looking forward to this game, and it should be pretty exciting. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you know, I want to see how Doctor.K plays against this 5-hatch build, and just for syncing 2, 1, 0. And I think, you know, just something to point out here, being that Doctor.K is kind of a newer player, and Kwanro, although not being an experienced old veteran, he's definitely been around longer than Doctor.K, and I think it would benefit him at least a little bit more if he did something non-standard as Free did, just because Doctor.K, I'm sure, has been practicing non-stop against this 5-head Zerg build in preparation of playing against Kwanro in this group, because he's not obviously in any other individual leagues at this point. So I think, you know, if Kwanro did something out of the ordinary, you know, maybe not to say July-esque because he actually lost to July, but or July lost to him, excuse me, but if Kwanro did something kind of strange here, but although, you know, Kwanro's 5-hatch play really, it was really good, and he had definitely really good control, good game sense, so I think, you know, Kwanro has a lot of options here, and I want to see how Doctor.K plays against this.
Yeah, I'm also excited to see what he can do. I mean, I've never seen this guy PvZ. I mean, his PvP I was not terribly impressed with, but you never know. There's a lot of guys who are kind of PvZ specialists. He might have a knack for him. We might see some excellent play out of him. I mean, you know, just because we never heard of him. Although we make fun of guys who we never heard of quite a bit, you can never really count guys out, you know. This guy might be the next Flash. When Flash burst out of the scene, he was just some 14-year-old kid nobody had ever heard of, and he started wrecking people. So, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, he was a cheese guy too. I mean, I'm sure people were making fun of him. He did like proxy barracks and stuff. So I mean, people probably said the same thing that we said about him. And I'm guessing that was an overpool speed from, well, not speed necessarily, but overpool gas from Kwanro. So exact same thing he did against Free. So I mean, I'd have to imagine that he's going to go for a similar build. You know, get the overpool speed, deny the scout, which is going to be easier because it isn't a 2-player map. He's going to be able to get that scout almost right when the probe gets around his base and sees that he has a 12-hatched, and then, you know, it's going to be up to him. You know, I'd really hope that he goes for something interesting, but, you know, I have to imagine that he's going to go for a standard 5-hatchery macro build here, and I'm not too sure. I haven't played too many ZVPs on Byzantium 2, but although it isn't, you know, a real heavy macro map like Neo Harmony, I think it definitely, you know, there's a lot of bases. You know, you have the high ground, you know, to kind of defend, but the middle is real wide open, so I think Mass Hydra would be pretty strong on this map. And it looks like Doctor.K actually went for Nexus after Forge, which I think is a good move here considering their cross positions. So I think Doctor.K is going to take a slight lead going into this game unless, you know, Kwanro does something strange here with the Zerglings.
No, yeah, I mean, if he holds off these Zergs, which he should, he's already getting one cannon up, and the second one should be starting soon. He is going to take a slight economic advantage, but that's mostly going to be nullified by the fact that he's going to be playing completely blind. The Zerglings are going to totally deny the scout. So, I mean, you know, that's the advantage of the overpool build, is that you have a decent economy coming out of it. You can get your hatchery down relatively quickly. And wow, the probe actually managed to sneak back in here. Or I don't know if that was a second. I think it was a second probe. But either way, he's not going to get back into the main, so he can't see whether or not Kwanro is still mining gas. And that's really the most important part. You want to scout whether or not they're still mining gas, whether or not they're building a 3rd hatchery. So as we can see, he's not mining gas anymore, so he's probably going to be putting a 3rd hatchery down, either in his base or somewhere else on the map, and going for a more standard macro kind of game. Which, to me, it looks like it's going to play out just like almost every other ZVP we've seen. Actually, he's built quite a bit of Zerglings, so maybe going for a Zergling bust here.
Oh wow, that's a lot of Zerglings. But
yeah,
you know, Doctor.K, really nice move pulling those probes out though. That was really good.
Yeah, he's seen it.
You know, oh wow, Zerglings are gonna come in here. Let's see if they can get through. Oh my god, he has a hole in it.
Oh my god, get into a tiny crack. That's so many
wow, they all
Zerglings.
got through. This is gonna be tough for Dr.K to handle.
That's so many Zerglings.
Unless he like got lucky and built a cannon. He doesn't even have a pylon there. Wow, this is gonna do so much economic damage to Dr.K. I mean, he's going to have to rely. I mean, he needs at least 2 zealots to hold this. So Dr.K is going to need some good probe micro here. He's going to need... Oh my gosh, he is losing so many probes. He's gotten actually 2 Zerglings down. Wow, what is he doing? He just... Oh my god.
I can't believe that. You very rarely you see that. The Zerglings will usually run away, but I mean... I guess they really didn't need to. He had so many Zerglings, they all had almost full HP, and that's all the probes dead. Doctor.K is in a horrible situation here. I really can't see how he could come back from this. I mean, there's still even 3 Zerglings, so I mean, even though he lost all his probes, he's still not back in this game. And okay, we see the lair going down for Kwanro, so Kwanro's probably going to finish him off with Mutalisk. And I really don't see that there's any way that Doctor.K can stop it, really. I mean, he's still not mining from his main. He still doesn't have his gas up. Cybercore is not even close. I think he's mining with 9 probes in total. Oh, losing another one. I mean, he's just getting worse and worse. I mean, he should have to get another Zealot out and build a cannon there at least so he can, you know, protect his probe and he doesn't have to keep running around. I mean, this is just a disaster. Even if he did that, I mean, it just is so in such a bad situation at this point. Just barely surviving there.
Kwanro's throwing some nice control, though. He's definitely showing off his, you know, I mean, not to say it was, oh my gosh. I mean, Dr.K is pretty much given up at this point. Do you see this?
It's getting ridiculous. I mean, he's just lost so many probes even after the fact with his Zealot. I mean, why the hell is he running the Zealot around chasing these Zerglings? He should just keep it in the mineral line and use it to reinforce right away. Like, it's such a rookie mistake here from Doctor.K. Not like it really matters because he's going to lose anyway, but I mean, if you're going to completely give up, you might as well type GG, right? Oh, good. Wow, Kwanro's control is just on top. Like, it's just excellent. I mean, Kwanro's always been known for having good Zergling control, but he's really showing it off here. And again, why is he running around and chasing speed Zerglings with a Zealot? Like, just keep it in the mineral line and protect your probes. Why run around? Just gonna get more probes picked up. Okay, Spire is almost done, and there's no cannons anywhere to be found for Doctor.K. I mean, there's just almost no way that he's gonna be able to survive the Mutalisks. Even if he starts a cannon right now, even if he starts 2 cannons, the Mutalisks are just gonna overpower him. And if he builds 6 or 7 Mutalisks, 6 or 7 Mutalisks can tank 2 cannons. Actually, getting a Zergling into the base there, which is a pretty good move. He's not going to do much damage, but he might see the Spire. But like I said, even if he builds 2 cannons, let's say, 6 or 7 Mutalisks can overpower the 2 cannons, and then it's game over. Actually, I don't know if he saw that Spire. That was really close. He might have just missed that. I really wish that sometimes observers would go into first-person view, or no, it looks like he did not see it, because he did see it. He's putting up some cannons. No, it's not a cannon, it's a pylon.
Yeah, he can't even build cannons. He has to build that pylon there. That's so frustrating. I mean, given the fact that Kwanro, I mean, he even went for a 3 hatchery build. It's not even like Kwanro went for, you know, really early Mutalisk. I mean, he just did so much economic damage, and there's no way. I mean, Doctor.K is going to send some zealots forward. He's going to hope that Kwanro is going to be forced to keep these Mutalisks back, but Kwanro not even bothering. I mean, he's already got Zergling speed. He's got a lot of hatcheries, putting down his Sunken, keeping that Mutalisk there. And he's not even going to get these cannons in time. This Cybercore just now warping in 4 minutes and 15 seconds into the game, and this is just, actually, I don't know if it's 4 minutes.
That timer is definitely broken. It's more like 8 minutes.
Yeah, the timer broke. And I was like, wait, 4 minutes, that's not that bad. GG from Doctor.K. So, you know what? Although Doctor.K's play really didn't impress me, I mean, he kind of got lamed out twice in a row. I mean, he lost to Free with Dark Templars, and then he lost to a Ling run-by, which is, you know, kind of disappointing. But, I mean, I don't want to see a new player get out like that, but at the same time, I mean, he's a new player. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks for him, but that's the harsh realities of pro gaming, man. You got to be ready for every little thing. If you're playing against a guy like Kwanro, I mean, he might not be a top class, but he's been around, and he's a dangerous player, and if you leave some kind of opening, he's gonna exploit it, and you're gonna lose the game. It's gonna cost you. I mean, you cannot make any mistakes against guys with unit control of that level, and that's really what it showed. I mean, he did a good job in pulling those probes, and he was kind of ready for it, but he just did not tighten up his gap, and the Zerglings streamed in way too easily. So I mean, just some kind of rookie mistakes there for Doctor.K. I mean, I wish I could have gotten a chance to see what he can really do, but unfortunately he made some rookie mistakes, like the kind of shit that I do on iCup, which cost me game against D's. It looked like me against the D-level Zerg player. Yeah, and you just can't get away with that at the pro gaming level, so I mean, he has only himself to blame. Good job to Kwanro. Even though that wasn't the most impressive display, pretty easy win, but he definitely looked like the second best player in this group, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, not to say that Kwanro's bad, but I mean, just like you said, he's the second best player in the group, and he's moving on. And I guess I want to wrap this up before 11 minutes. There's no point in having this as a two-part video. So this wraps up all the round of 32 groups, and stay tuned for the round of 16. We're going to have the brackets posted on the website, as well as a preview video for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this group, and stay tuned for future games.
Yeah, peace out, guys.